Hey guys, Ian here from the Gaiden. Gonna do something a little bit differently this week. You're not gonna see any of me. Yay! Uh, we're just gonna see some gameplay footage. So I had the great fortune of getting a code for 3 months of Stadia Pro, and yeah, I thought I would share some gameplay footage just to kind of get an idea of how things looked, as well as, maybe see a little bit of stuttering. Um, and yeah, share some of my thoughts on the games as well as my experience with Stadia. Uh, so, as you can see here, I started with a little bit of Samurai Shodown, which I'll be completely honest, I'm horrible at fighting games. It was just something I never really got into, and yeah, I just don't have the, I guess, skill set, or I never really trained the skill set, I should say. So one big takeaway from this is going to be that I'm really bad at fighting games. I did feel a little bit of input lag, where it just felt a little bit off. Now, I haven't played Samurai Shodown on any other consoles, and it could just be that I'm really bad at this game. So I don't really think that my experiences with Samurai Shodown should be a fair kind of opinion on how it runs on Stadia. Now, I will say that we loaded it up. We were playing it on JC's Chromebook with keyboard inputs, and he did say that he was feeling a little bit of lag. So take that as you will. I mean, if you've got Stadia Pro, or if you're considering Stadia Pro, it's free anyway, so you kind of might as well give it a shot. Yeah. Again, big takeaway, I'm horrible at fighting games. So, yeah, we won't use that as whatever. That's a starting point. But I'm not so bad at action-adventure games, and I was super stoked to see that they added Rise of the Tomb Raider this month, so I grabbed that, or at least I don't know, I clicked on it to accept it, whatever, anyways, however it works. I added it to my Stadia library, and yeah, it looks beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I was really impressed with how good it looks. I know that they've talked about streaming in 4K. Whether it's 4K or not, I can't say, but I'm not playing it on a 4K monitor anyways, so I wouldn't notice. I did think it looked really competent. I found that the inputs were great. I was playing on an Xbox One controller, and yeah, it was weird playing something that was this polished and hearing no sound at all from the PC. Like, it was totally silent, because obviously it's not working. It's streaming everything. So I was pretty impressed with that. Again, with this game in particular, I really didn't feel any input lag. I was really surprised. I was really impressed. This was my first impressions of Rise of the Tomb Raider 2. I loved the reboot of the Tomb Raider franchise, but I never got around to playing Rise. So is this going to be the way I play it? Maybe. I think I have it on the PS4 though, and if I'm being honest, I would probably play it that way just because I can play it on a TV. Currently, they don't support controller play on anything other than PC. So I'm kind of stuck playing Stadia on my PC with a controller. So, but yeah, I mean, look at this. This looks great. If you haven't played games in like a generation, like if you're a generation behind, if you've been holding off, if you just haven't been able to afford picking up a PS4 or an Xbox One, or a higher end PC, as long as you have a computer in the house, like, you can get these visuals. Like, that's amazing. I was so impressed by that. As long as it can run a browser, like, as long as you can run Chrome, you're fine. So yeah, I mean, I was so incredibly impressed with the quality of the visuals here, and the gameplay as well. So, the game itself, like, Tomb Raider is, I It's probably pretty good. I think JC said that Rise might have been his favorite of the trilogy. And I can kind of see why. I mean, it really expands upon the stuff that you started in the original Tomb Raider. But that's not what I'm really here for necessarily. I'm not here to talk about how great of a game that Rise of the Tomb Raider is. I'm just here to kind of show you what my experiences were, and pretty positive. You know, if you thought my video about Stadia, JC and I have kind of poked a little bit of fun at it because, if I'm being honest, I don't necessarily think the tech is quite there yet. I don't think if you're, a core gamer, I don't think this is necessarily for you. I think you're going to be picking up the latest console, or having a higher end PC and being able to have these experiences that way. But for anyone who's a generation behind, I have a lot of friends who've got kids who just haven't been able to catch up, and there's no reason why you couldn't be having these great experiences, with whatever time you've got to play games. Like this makes gaming so incredibly accessible to everybody. There's your entry fee is a couple bucks a month. Actually, you don't even have to pay. Stadia is free. You just don't get the free games every month. Actually, if you watch right here coming up, there is a little jump. This guy right here, where there is a little bit of a stutter. Right there. That's about the worst of what I experienced through my gameplay. And I played probably close to an hour of Tomb Raider. I might actually go back and play more because I did enjoy it. The story was starting to get engaging, so I might go back. Again, I probably won't play it on Stadia. I don't see myself renewing when my 3 months is up, just because this isn't going to be the way that I play games. I'm very much I consider myself one of those core gamers. I do pick up games as they come out. I like to have a physical copy of stuff. So there is that. But Tomb Raider, it worked out really well. I was really impressed with the visuals and the experience. So I loaded up Destiny 2 as well because I actually have a good amount of experience with Destiny 2. I played through the campaign when it first came out, so loading this up was a little bit strange. It's nice that there is cross-play now, so it just imported everything from when I had played previously, which I will admit was well before any expansions had come out for the game. It was early on. But, I had all my gear, and I got to wander around and kind of experience the game again and some of the improvements, which was kind of cool. I will say, in my opinion, I think it did look better on the console. Now, I was playing it on a PS4 Pro, so, take that for what you will. But I thought it ran better on console. I thought you had a lot less blur for things much farther away. I guess the draw distance was a lot nicer. Not that you can't see those objects in the distance. I just thought everything looked a lot smoother and more polished on console as opposed to through Stadia. But again, you're able to have this experience with no entry fee. You just have to either purchase the game or get a subscription to Stadia Pro. So really, this allows you to have that experience without that huge entry fee. Actually, my friend who gave me the code for this, he has been playing Destiny 2 with his brother, who has no consoles and hasn't for a little while. His brother's playing it on a Chromebook, and they are having a great time being able to have this experience. So I kind of think that that's what this is for right now. I think in a few years, JC and I do have an episode on digital media, and I do think that that's the way we're going to go. It is way more, it's more environmentally friendly. It's more cost effective for developers and publishers. So it really is, it's going to be the way things go, but for right now, we're kind of stuck with this. So, lastly, I played a little bit of Thumper. Yeah, this wasn't a great example, just because I found all of the inputs were well behind what I was pressing. I don't think... I think there are going to be some things that are great on Stadia. Again, it's not going to be for me. You know, I don't think this is made for core gamers. Not currently. It's going to be for more casual, or, you know, people who still want to be able to play but can't necessarily get there. So will I recommend Stadia? Yes, absolutely. To any of my friends who are, you know, a generation behind, who just don't have the time necessarily to get gameplay in, like, for a very small cost, like, it's going to cost you less in a year for a subscription to Stadia than it will for a console. And over the course of that year, you're going to get like a couple games a month. So, yeah, if part of your issue was that you don't have the extra cash and the time to be putting into this stuff, this is going to solve that problem. You know, you can play it on any PC. So, yeah, that's Stadia, guys. I like I said, I don't think it's for me. I do think in probably another 5 years, this is going to be how things go, and I've got to get used to the concept of not having any physical media. But again, that's fine. It makes sense. I understand. Yeah, it's the way of the future. With the tech's just not quite there yet to make it perfect. So, my thoughts. If you're behind, this is 100% for you. You know, if you haven't picked up a console since the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 era, this is for you. If you're a core gamer, you already have the consoles. Yeah, not quite for you, but worth checking out maybe if you got an extra, you know, $16. So anyways, thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will catch you next time.